This video is sponsored by Manscaped. This package 4.0 comes with the Shed Travel Bag used to bring all your Manscaped belongings wherever you go, if that's on holiday or just going somewhere else. The Performance package also comes with ball deodorant and ball toner, which are used to keep your balls looking nice, clean and smelling nice. It also comes with the Lawnmower 4.0, which is the revolutionary lawnmower shaver used to shave ball hair and any hair around your body. It comes with a light and is also waterproof and also has skin safe technology not to make sure you don't nick or hurt yourself around any sensitive areas. It comes with Manscaped boxers. Join the 2 million men worldwide by choosing Manscaped. Use the code RyanLFC at manscaped.com and let's get that bush clean.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Your boy RyanLFC back again, guys. Another top shelf video for you guys today. I want you guys to go and check out Cards Plug. Use the coupon code RyanLFC to get 10% off your order. Everything will be down in the description. It's a perfect FIFA card for your loved one or for yourself. You can get your own picture on it. You can rate your own self. You can get a club logo. And also you can get your country logo on it. It's a perfect gift card for someone who loves football. Or your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Enjoy the video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Your boy RyanLFC back again, guys. Another top shelf video for you guys today. I have a special guest, someone who play a very important part in my career at Boystown Football Club, my family, my father, my mother. This man has done so much for the Changetown community, and it's a pleasure to have him here on my platform for the first time. Coach Andrew Price. Welcome, Coach. Good morning.
Thanks for having me, Ryan.
How are you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm growing,
man. I'm growing, Coach, man.
I notice, and I see you have a great platform, you know. I hope the viewers continue to subscribe and get other people to join.
Yes, Coach, man. I appreciate it, man, Coach. It's been, I didn't even know I could sit here talking about interviewing Coach Price, you know. Running around on the field, giving a lot of problem to you and Coach Carl Brown and a lot of people in the community. So I come a far way and I really appreciate the journey you and Coach Carl Brown has done to the Boystown community. So I must say, massive big up. You play a big role in my career, especially going to Excelsior, coming for lunch money every single day, coming for meal over Boystown. You guys has done great thing over the years. You know, I wish it highlight more, but I'm here to highlight it. And Coach Price, thank you very much for everything you done for me, my father, my mother. You play a big part in our life. So I want to tell you thank you, man.
Don't mention it, my brother. It was all done with the love.
Thank you, man. But Coach, my first question to you, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you born, where you grew up.
I was born at St. Joseph's Hospital in Kingston. So my parents, Herman and Clinton Price. My father is now deceased. My mother is still alive. And I grew up in a family house where, you know, it was a sporting family. My mother played netball and volleyball, and my father played cricket, tennis, and football. So it was a sporting family. So I naturally gravitated to the sports. I went to Alpha Kinder Prep, and it was while at Alpha Kinder Prep I started to play prep school football, Alberta Cup for Alpha, and that's how I really got into football. From there, I left Alpha Prep and got a common entrance scholarship to St. George's College. And I think that is where my real football talent took off, as I played a very successful role in the lifting of the morale at the school at the time. And I won Pepsi, I won 2 Colts Trophy, and I was triple champions at the Manning Cup level 2 years in a row. So definitely as a schoolboy, I really started to put my claim towards football. And It was very good. I had some good coaches going through at youth level. I had people like Michael Dazivede, he was my coach. Dennis Zede was my Manning Cup coach. So I had good tutelage, and I thank a lot of those coaches for making me the person that I am today.
I must say, what a financial growing up though, Coach Price.
Well, I would say I come from a middle class community. My parents both worked. Um, eh, my father was an accountant, and had his own business, a lighting business, and my mother worked at the bank, Bank of Nova Scotia. So they would put out all the stops to ensure that I had things that I needed. They would spoil me, but they would make sure I was not in need, and I thank them for that, and I thank them for the youth that I had, because I love football, and if I wanted a pair of boots, I would just go to my mother and say, "Boy, I need a new pair of boots." And no matter how hard it is, she would try her best to get it, because she saw my love and passion for the game. So, you know, that's the type of household I was brought up in. Because we love the sport, they would make an extra effort to make us comfortable and let us play the sports.
So you said earlier on that you come from a sports background, your mother and your father play sports. At what age you start to play the game?
I started to play at age 8. I started to play Alberga Cup. I played about 3 years of Alberga Cup. I was pretty big from I was a youngster, so I started very early and started playing with the older boys. But I had a lot of tenacity, a lot of energy, and I was very brave. And I got into the team very early, and I played about 3 years of Alberga Cup. And last year we reached the semifinals, but we were beat by Wilmer's Prep. But definitely, it was a great start to my footballing career at that age level.
So what the impact that St. George's do for you? You say you win a lot of trophy there. What is it like going to school at St. George's College amongst the
It,
upper
wa-
people at that time?
it was great. I mean, one thing with schools at that level, that it was a mixture of individuals. You had people from Rima, you had people from Trenchtown, you had people from Narbrook, you had people from Stony Hill. You had people from all walks of life, from different socio-economic backgrounds. So it taught you how to live with people from different classes. So it was a great experience, and it was something that I would not regret. I always love attending St. George's College. It was like a family affair, and it was a situation where a lot of the players that I met in first farm, we followed each other throughout our school life, and we won several trophies. We won two Coles Trophy back to back, 1980 and 1981. In 1980, we beat JC 2-1 in the finals, and in 1981, we beat Wilmers 2-0 in the finals. So, there was a lot of experience, and we kept that team together. And that team matriculated all the way up to the Manning Cup, and we won Manning Cup in '83 and in '84 with the same crop of players that I said I started school with from first round. So it was like a family affair. We grew up together, we lived together, we ate together. We all shared a great level of camaraderie, and it was really an exciting time while going to high school. I think people like Dennis said, it was ahead of his time. He really wanted to teach youngsters football and teach love. He was also a Christian, so he taught you about being carefree, taught you, tell you how to be live good with your friends and your family, and how you must love your brother like how you'd love yourself. So that was a type of camaraderie that we had at school, and I think it was very good in helping us be successful throughout our school life.
I must say that you are a very educated coach, and especially when I listen to your interview, doing this interview make my job so easy. You know what I mean? No disrespect to the rest of people who come and they I share their story, but it make my job easy, and I like that. Shaman Nichols make my job easy. You have Kemara Taxi Lawrence, you have Miguel Cole, you have a few person I interview. They really make my job easy. You know what I mean? But you leave St. George's College, you leave with subject. What next for Coach Angie Price at that time?
Well, the good thing about playing at St. John's College, it gave me an opportunity to get a football scholarship. And I got a football scholarship to St. Thomas University in Miami. And I did 2 years there. In my 2 years, we were champions of the Sunshine State Conference. And we won. I played with people like Richard Strawn, who went to St. George's College and captained me at St. George's College when we won a Manning Cup in '83. Richard Bumpy Headland, who used to play for Calabar and Wadada. He also played on the team, and the team was laden with a lot of Jamaicans, people like John Hunter, Forbes, a lot of people that Jamaicans were on the team. Michael Barton, a lot of players, a lot of Jamaican players, and we were very successful in our first year, and we won the Sunshine State Conference. After 2 years at St. Thomas University, I transferred to FIU, which was a Division I school. St. Thomas was a Division II school, so I transferred to FIU in Miami, there in the state of Florida, and I played 3 seasons there. So it was a good college life I got. I got an education. I graduated in 1990 with a bachelor's in business administration. So it was about school and also playing soccer. But I really thank FIU for giving me the opportunity to get a degree, because after football, there must be life after football. So you have to ensure that you have that educational background. So in the event that you're not successful in whatever you want to apply your training in football, whether as a coach or a professional player, you must have something that you can fall back on. And it was very important for me to get my degree. And I was very proud and made my parents proud when I graduated from school.
People, thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. We're almost 12 minutes in the video. You're watching, you're playing a part, but you're not hit the like button. Why? Hit the like button, viewers. Share the video. Get the message out there. Follow the journey with Ryan LFC. I want you guys to share your thought down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Coach Angie Price journey so far. But my next question to you, after leaving college, what next for you when you leave college? You get a degree. What next for Coach Angie Price at that time?
Well, after leaving college, I decided to return back home. I am the type of person that I'm very patriotic. I knew I went to school to get an education to come back and play a part in society in Jamaica. So I came back to Jamaica and I started to work at Facey Commodity Company Limited as my first job out of college, where I was a customer service manager, probably the youngest manager and the executive at Facey Commodity at the time. But I still found time to play football. As you know, I played for Boys Town. Started playing for Boys Town in 1987 when I was still at college. I would come home during Christmas breaks and summer breaks and play for Boys Town during that period, and sometimes come down to Jamaica to play against Boys Town. So I continued to play for Boys Town while going to work on a daily basis and having a 9 to 5. But I was always in the consumer goods business, working for companies like Facey Commodity and J. Ray and Nephew. And while doing that, I still found time to play for Boys Town. And eventually I started to coach Boys Town when Carl Brown was seconded to the national program.
But Coach Price, I want to take a little bit step back. I don't want you to ease my
Yeah.
But as an uptown youth, why is Boys Town? I hear you say coming home back. I know you went overseas. Why is Boys Town? Only Boys Town alone you play for?
Yes, it's funny. A lot of people ask me that question. I was home one summer trying to get myself in some condition to go back to school to FIU. And I had a friend of mine, Michael Walker, myself and Chris Zady, we have been close from high school days, so we were trying to get some fitness. So we said, boy, I want to play some ball, I mean, just running and doing drills is not enough. We want to actually play some competitive football. So he said, all right, I'll carry you guys to somewhere to play football. So we were driving down Spanish Town Road, and I said, but where this man carry me? And we were driving, and we passed Mayped Cemetery, and I see him turn up a road. Never been up this road the first time in my life. And then we drove into this place. And when we drove into this place, I saw a lot of people. I saw a lot of kids running up and down, and then I saw people on the field. And then I said to my friend, is where you carry? And he said, Boys Town. And he said, Boys Town? He said, yes. He said, you mean Boys Town? I watch up a stadium at night time when they play Harbour View. This is where Boys Town is. And he said, yes. So he said, you know, come out of the car. He said, no, Sam, I come out of the car. I don't know women there. And then Carl Brown came to the car and said, look, you're safe. You can come out. Don't believe everything you hear. It's not only savages live down here as people would want to say, but you have decent, hard-working people who love the sport. And eventually we came out of the car and we started to train. And we trained the whole summer with Boys Town, I played with people like Sammy Davis, UU, Thomas McLean. And I saw these people at the stadium playing games. And then to come down there, people like Joe Downer, people like Milton Hardware, to actually come down there and actually train and play with them was just fabulous. And, it helped me to prepare myself for the college season. And when I came down here and saw what it was about, and I met Father Sherlock, and, Carl Brown introduced me to Father Sherlock, and I met him. And I saw what this place. I just fell in love with the place. And from there, Boys Town has always been in my heart. And I've always decided that I wanted to give back to football. And this was a great place to give back. Football has been good to me. Football has given me an education. And I decided that, boy, I like this place. I like what it stands for. I like what it does. I like the people that I met down there. So I was drawn to Boys Town, and maybe that's the reason why I chose Boys Town, because it made me feel comfortable. It made me feel apart. It made, it had some camaraderie that I hadn't felt at anywhere else for a long time, not since my school days. So that is why I was drawn to the club, and that's why I'm still involved with the club to this day, because it stands for the right things.
Coach, I must say, I'm going to flashback. I have a lot of memory I'm going to flashback. I'm going to put towards you. I just leave Excelsior High School at the time. I think 2013. And I couldn't believe it. A lot of people know. I don't think you remember. He sent Frank over my yard and say, yo, Carl Brown, man. And you call me. We are playing Reno at the time. And like, Kirk was warming up and at the time. And Premier League game, first. I don't even remember. I'm trying to remember when Kirk was injured, and I didn't even know when Frank called me. I said, I'm not going to play. I'll probably be on the bench, and he called me in and stuff. Them time that I was playing under 21, and I tell people all the time, and they said never. I make my Premier League debut against Reno over Boys Town.
Let me tell you something. You won't be the first and you won't be the last. We have always given youngsters opportunity. And once you can play and you provide the right attitude, you'll get the opportunity. And you got the opportunity because you had the right attitude at the time. And there are several youngsters that have started while playing schoolboy football. There's Mr. Marvin Morgan Jr., Jamil Hardware, and I could go on and call several names. Shamar Nicholson, all-star. Shamar started to play for Boys Town at age 16. So it's not unusual. We give youngsters an opportunity because we believe that they are the future. And when you were called upon because Kirk had an injury, we had no other option at the time. So we had to call on you. And you were doing well in school. And we said, why not give him a chance? This is the only way he'll learn. And we gave you that opportunity. And we'll continue to give youngsters opportunities.
Yes, coach, and then I'm going to flashback your memory. Coach Carbon gave me my first business, right? This is why I want to interview you so much. And I want to interview Carbon because I want to flashback some of these memories. Coach Carbon gave me my first business. At the time, cigarette was the thing. I get half case cart a cigarette at the time. Mataran and Craven here at the time. It was a big thing. I think I was 12, 11 at the time, and I walk up to Coach Calbron, and he were changing I'm car, and he said, and I said to him, I want to do a business, and him look at me good and say, really? I'm say, yeah, I want to do a business, and him say, what would you want to sell? And I said, I want to sell cigarette and stuff, and the next day he make Frank purchase it and bring it, come give me a second business. I walk up to you. Always, you're taking out your clothes to go into the pavilion to change. And I said to you, I want a business. At the time, I get peanut, I get wigglish, I get a lot of stuff. And I must say, the Boyz Town community has done great for me. Not only me, as I said, my uncle Diego Garden, Robbie, my mom. You guys has been play a major part. Trust me, and I cannot thank you guys so much, man. Emotional when we talk about these things, you know what I mean? But yeah, you guys response for me to go Excelsior too. So I must say,
Ryan, these stories must be told because people are not aware of the type of work that we do at Boyz Town. So these stories must be told, and it's good that you have this platform where you can let people know exactly what Boyz Town is about. You know, people believe that Boyz Town is just about playing football. It's bigger than that. It's about the wider community. It's about helping individuals be the best that they can be. And I'm sure if you didn't have the ambition to come to people and ask them for help, then you would have started that business. But at least you had that ambition, and people saw the conviction that you had and gave you that assistance to start you off. And that has happened to so many people. And so many people can talk about that, about Boyz Town. So we need the message to get out there that we're not only about football, we're not only about cricket. We are about developing the holistic body of an individual.
and the mindset too, coach. At the time,
Of course.
when you guys give me the business, I'm telling you how things were going good for me. You guys give me the business at the age 13, right? At the time, age 12, age 13. And you know that I'm sitting right here, Coach Price. And that business bring me through high school. And actually, every Friday I leave Excelsior, I can go to my auntie because I turn the business over to my auntie. You understand? And that business send me to school. And I must say, viewers, this is why I'm telling you, Boyz Town play a major part. That's why when you guys see me come and me talk about a Boyz Town, they play a major part in my career. I remember I get lunch, I get breakfast, I get dinner. If I don't collect the lunch, I get lunch and dinner in one. You guys has done great thing. Many people don't know these things, coach. So I have to come and tell people how important Boyz Town is for the community. Right now, I think the violence going on in the community. Boyz Town in the Premier League, we don't have so much violence. We don't have so much young man straying away. Most of the youth them down in Boyz Town community at the age 16, 17. And the COVID has put a major damp on that too to get the youth them not playing football. Can remember Coach Price, my mother, Redman, my brother, he give tons of problem. Me and him give tons of problem. And for that moment, to change the Premier League team, the under 20, the under 17 team, it take us from off the community corner for like 4-6 hours. And you guys train at night. That help us to sit down in the stands and watch football. So Boyz Town not in the Premier League, trust me, it affect the community. You don't know how much the football drive that community. Water, you guys support us with a lot of water in the community. And I must say, coach, you guys has done great. I don't want to get too much emotional and close interview, but coach, has been watching you guys from a baby from the age of 9. My first game I went I want you to talk us through so many you guys has been failing to come to the Premier League every single time you guys play Santos at Constant Spring. I remember at the age 9 when Coach Spanner, bye bye. I remember all of these things and it grew in me, and I don't know, man, Coach. Talk us about no before that, tell us how you get in coaching. Tell us how you get in coaching.
Well, I got into coaching when Carl Brown was seconded to the national program and started to coach the Reggae Boyz. So because of that, we really didn't have a coach at Boys Town. So I got in that. I started as a player coach, captain, and then after I stopped playing, I got in it and started to coach. It's something that I liked, and I continued doing it, and then I became the head coach of Boys Town with the support of Carl Brown, and he pushed me and he encouraged me, and I got involved in it, and it's something that I liked. I went and did all my courses at the JFF so that I could be accredited. And it is so funny when Boyston was suspended for 2 years with an incident against Waterhouse up at Stadium East, and we got relegated back down to Major League. I was a part of the team that carried Boystown back to Premier League from Major League in 1992. It was, yes, 1992, and I scored a winning goal against Village United, the actual goal that promoted Boystown back to the Premier League in 1992. At that time, we had people like Ali Rose, Joe Downer, Donovan Pant, and a lot of those players playing. Chris Zade playing for us, Paul Young, Peter Isaacs, all those players. So that brought us back into the Premier League. And then, of course, through as you live in the community, sometimes there's sporadic violence, and there was a big violence between Reem and Tivoli at the time, and it caused a lot of disaffection, and because of that, a lot of players left the club and went to other clubs, and the club got relegated. As I was coaching the club, I tried to, restill that passion in the club, and yes, for about 2 or 3 years, we tried to get promoted, and we got to the finals, and we lost to Santos. And I remember Spanner saying, "Bye bye, Andrew, I'm gone, leave. You're not going to see me again." And it ended up that after he made that statement, he won the first 3 games in the playoffs and then lost the next 3 and never got promoted. The following year, though, we played Bull Bay in the finals, and then we qualified for the Premier League by winning the match against Bull Bay. After falling behind early, we came back and we won the game in extra time, and we got promoted to the Premier League through the playoffs. So I have been there and back and there, and it has always been good to revive the club, and we are going to continue. Right now, we are concentrating on our youths. We want to develop youngsters, from the age of 12 upwards, and nurture them and get them through the system. Eventually we will get back to the Premier League, but our focus right now is to get the youths developed, get them into schools, get them into programs and develop them, because there are many shamanic councils in Churchtown, and we must unearth them and develop them.
Well said, Coach. I remember that game, Super League game out at Harborview. My uncle bring me early. I'm watching Boystown. I have to get up like 9 o'clock, T4 to my mother's house, ball boy up at Constant Spring. I want to talk about Boystown coming to Premier League. I think Boystown come to the Premier League 2005. I'm not missing anything, Coach Price. I'm telling you. I remember when all of the players, them name on the back and all of these things, it was the excitement at Cali Smith Jive. But Coach, I want you to talk to me about coming to the Premier League.
The Premier League, coming to the Premier League was going to be very difficult, because one of the things is that we had the infrastructure in place When we just started, we couldn't play our home games because we weren't ready. So we had to hurriedly put up the stands. And if you remember those stands that were put up at the south of the ground to the gate, we put it up in about 6 weeks to get it. We got some help from some people, and we were able to put up those stands so that we could have a crowd. Because by that time, we had some rules that basically you had to have at least 1,500 seats available for spectators. So we used to put up that red stand. And when we played Premier League matches and you saw that stand jumping, it was a joy for people. I mean, people were so happy on a Sunday to cook them, as people call it down at Church Short, red rice and them chicken, so that they can cook it early so they can come to match and everybody dressed in them best dress and them come and them cheering and them red shirt or red and white dress to come cheer for Boystown. And it was such a great camaraderie that we had down there. And it really lifted the community. And you said a very important thing. It assisted in keeping down violence in the community, because once football was playing and Boystown was doing well,
Yes, guys, look like Coach Price get a call technically.
I really believe that football had a big effect on the community and the state of the community.
Well said, Coach. I remember a lot of Premier League game, Boystown was fire red. And what Coach, be honest with you, I'm going to tell you, I don't listen more. I don't listen most of your press conference, your halftime team talk. I don't. I can count per man from watching Boystown. I listen to your halftime talk. You know who I listen to? I listen to the opponent's coach most of the time, because at the time I was ball boy. So I sit outside on the field and
Are you here? Are you hearing me?
yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me? Coach Price?
Not hearing you. Not hearing you.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me? What you do, coach? Leave and come back in. Just leave and come back in.
I'm not hearing you right now.
Are you hearing me? All right, what happened? Viewers, we have a little bit of technical problems, so stay tuned. I'm going to sort it out. So I'm going to leave and come back. You hearing me, coach? All right, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. My check. Sorry about that, viewers. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know what I mean? A little bit of technical problem, probably both on us side. So let us see if things can sort out as quick as possible. But good conversation so far, viewers. I really like it. Trust me. I really like it, guys. I really like it. But anyway, the business have to keep going. So, Coach Price, are you still there? Yes, guys, we have a little bit of technical problem with Coach Price, so hopefully we can get him back in.
You're hearing me?
Yeah,
You hearing me now?
yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing
You
you.
hearing me now? Yeah,
Yes.
man.
right.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
That's technology.
Yeah, that's how it behave sometime, man. That's how it behave
Yeah.
sometime. Want to mess up what way has been done for what, 35 minutes already.
Yeah.
The journey was so good, man. But yeah, we
Yeah.
were picking up. We were talking about the when I was ball boy. I don't really listen much of your halftime talk. I listen more the opponent because sometimes I just cannot come off the field because of the crowd or the
Yeah.
jumper. But one thing I have to say, coach, what do you say to the Boys Town team? 98% of the time when I listen to the opponent as a young man, we leading, keep it tight. We cannot make Boys Town get back in the game. Them always said the Red Brigade is coming. It's coming back for you guys. No sitting back there, kicking up to the cup end. Lenny I always gentleman, this not done, you know, when my coach Steve Ali at Harborview. Gentleman, this not done. They might come out, run hot. They might come running to the ground. What you told the
It's a
player after most of the time.
it's
Every
a reputation that Boys Town always had hard running. And we always of the opinion that one love can't beat boy. We are all always at that fixation that it is never over till it's over. A game is 90 minutes plus, and we are going to fight for the 90 minutes. And even if we're down 2-0, we all will believe that good back in the game. And we are always fought. It's a never say die desire that resonates with the club. And that is Boys Town.
Yes, most definitely, coach, man. I always curious to hear what the coach have to say because something that they said, Virgo, don't stay close to him. He mean run left yo. Michael Campbell, all when him put up him foot, stand up. And no matter what he told them, he told the player them, both Tivoli and Jerome Wade, no matter what them said that flank that Michael Campbell and Virgo play, no team in Jamaica could stop Boys Town on that flank. They could have put the whole of Jamaica over Boys Town on that side. You guys will always get goal down that side.
You just call two players names. Two probably some of the best half coach. Xavier and Virgo and Michael Campbell. They had an understanding that was beyond none. They knew each other inside out. They knew what each other would do. And that is why their combination was so good. They were able to play with their eyes closed, basically. They would know each other would be running. They know the weight of the pass to base. I mean, Michael would interchange with Virgo, regularly. They had such a great understanding. And because they lived in the community together, they really conjured and fostered this understanding.
I must say that, coach, man. Yeah, nobody could stop Boys Town, man. But you guys done great from 2005 to stay up in the Premier League so long. Coach, he has been winning Jackie Bell. He has been winning the Flow Cup. Talk me through these moments to bring back big silverware to Boys Town, especially the Flow Cup. You have George Vernal, you have Michael Campbell, you have Benji, you have Crombie, you have Kirk Porter. You have so many great players at the time. You know, you win so much trophy. Talk me through that moment at Arnett Garden, especially this finally and Umberland coming from back all the time.
Well, like I said, they never say die attitude. Um, the first trophy we won since coming back to the Premier was the Jackie Bell when we played Waterhouse in the National State. Again, coming from behind, Waterhouse had scored first, and we're leading one low with about 10 minutes to go. And then George Vernal scored a terrific goal, and we went in extra time. And in extra time, playing a man down, we scored 2 goals by Anthony Troy Dice, who came off the bench as a sub because Fitzroy Anglin was injured. So, it was very historic beating Waterhouse for our first Jackie Bell title in 2006 after just coming back to the Premier League. After that, now we continue to challenge for the Flow Cup, and we won 2 consecutive Flow Cups, in which the first one we beat Oberland in an exciting game 3-2. I remember Oberland scored first up at Arnett Garden, and we came back again with George Vernon, who scored a terrific goal. And the game went in extra time and ended up 3-2 winning the game. But, those were some exciting games. Like I said, they never say that attitude of the team. Though we were down, we knew we were still in it. And we know we had the type of players who could give us a victory.
Yes, thank gosh on that quote. I was in the stands at the time, and Umberland, them time the Umberland just coming back. First time coming into the Premier League, Mike Henry, spending a lot of money. They bus with a lot of spectators. They travel a lot of spectators, and I must say, man, I enjoy my time watching Boys Town. From the days watching Boys Town and Tivoli Garden at Up Park Camp, and to see my football club, Boys Town, done such a great job, both in the Jackie Bell, in the Flow Cup. But the Premier League, we have come so much time close to the Premier League. Why, Coach Price? I must say that game against Tivoli Garden, that final we'll play last game that Navan boys score on us and beat us. O'Neil Bigger time saying that team at that time. We come so close over the years. Why we haven't win the Premier League and we have a great team, great manager? What happened?
Well, you have to look at things. You come close, you do all the work, and then on the day when you expect things to happen, it just doesn't happen for whatever reason. I mean, there were 2 years in a row where we came from behind out of nowhere and lost the Premier League by 1 point. 1 year to Tivoli and the following year to Portmore. That year, we had the coach of the year. We had the goalkeeper of the year. And we had the most valuable player in Kirk Porter and Michael Campbell. And we lost the Premier by 1 point. Waterhouse drew 1-1 with Portmore. And we went down to Humble and beat them 3-0. So we did our part of the job, but it was just not enough. And, to come close 2 times, it was heart-rending. But, this is what football is a cruel sport. Sometimes you can do the best that you can do, and then you end up coming out short.
Yes, Coach. Unfortunate, we were crying out for that Premier League. That's the only trophy coming back to the Premier League. We win the Jackie Bell, we win the Flow Cup. The Premier League would be the ice upon the cake. I remember when we win the Super League. So, as a young man, still young, watch my community team to achieve so much. We look about Otalawa. Remember, Boys Town didn't have a lot of sponsor. And this is why I'm saying when I look on this Reggae Boyz team, what they have, Boys Town don't have it, and they compete. You don't have to have sponsor to compete. It'll be good for the team to have a lot of sponsor, but at the time we're going up against Portmore, they have a lot of money. Arnett Garden with Omar Davis behind them. We're going against Siago, Harborview. So Boystone, I think they done great in the Premier League, but unfortunate coach, I think our last year we get relegated. I think one of our major part, I think really affect the team. I think when Kirk Porter leave, and then we have one of my cousin Keith, didn't have a lot of experience, but they still give him that opportunity. You know, what happened that last year? And also Shamal Nicholson leave where the season before that he has scoring a lot of goals to keep you guys out of the relegation backer. And last in Shamal Nicholson, I think that play a major part because we do not have someone to put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, you can't look at it as just losing Shama. It is just losing player over the years. I remember the year we got relegated. I think Arnett God won the Premier League that year. They had five players who were from Boys on their starting team, and those players left the club for financial reason. And we have to accept the fact we did not have the financial resources that a lot of the clubs have, and a lot of the players left. And even Shamar, we could not deny Shamar the opportunity to get a professional contract overseas. So when it came, we told him to take it with both hands and make use of it. So, we don't try to stifle players. We give them the opportunity, and when the opportunity comes, we want them to take it with both hands.
I must say that, coach, never and ever in Boystone history they step in front of a young man to not make the young man accomplish him goal. We see it over the years, Rene Light, Visional, Harris, Blacks, that, as you said, Anik Gardner have about 6 to 5 player where start in a Boystone team to go and start an Anik Gardner team and won the Premier League. O'Neal Bigger Thompson play a major part in that for Anik Gardner. Kudos to them. But we get relegated, coach, and I never expect Coach Angie Price to coach in a next team. All that come about to coach in Humberland now, and still a part of the man who running Boystone Football Club. Never in a millions miles I ever am thinking about Coach Price coaching a next team. Different from a national team. How that come about when he leave Boystone and go to Humberland?
One of the things is I have coached Boystone over the years, and I've never gotten a salary. And things have changed. I've grown with children who are going to college, going to school. So I definitely I had to use football as a vehicle to earn a salary. And the opportunity presented itself at Home Lion. And I just took the opportunity at the time. And though I'm coaching Home Lions, my heart is still with Boys Town, and I still assist Boys Town in the best way that and will never leave me. I'll always be a part of Boys Town, despite that. But if it's for financial reasons and the benefits, sometimes one has to make some sacrifice for your family, and I had to make that sacrifice over the years when I was coaching Boys. I didn't get a pay. I was the only Premier League coach who didn't get paid. Every Premier League coach got paid. I didn't get paid. I did it for the love of the game. I wanted to give back. So Boston can't afford to pay me. So I had to go where somebody could pay me. And Umbezel Lion presented that opportunity, and I took it.
Yes,
But my heart is always with Boston.
well said, coach. I agree with you on that. You know, sometime in life you have to make some good decision, and no one could vex with you to say that because he has been giving free coaching. He has done great for the community. right through the years. You know what I mean? And still doing great thing at Boystone Football Club. But coach, I want to talk to you a little bit about January Never. You know, I think he's the person who make I know that company. What kind of impact that company you make on that company?
Was a great impact. You know, when I started at that Reneville, um, I left face to commodity, and I decided to go there because I saw there was a company that had a lot of potential, strong brands, and while there, I got intimately involved with the managing director of Reneville, Billy McConnell, who became my mentor. And he was one of the persons who approached me because he knew I was coaching Boys Town. If he thought that the company would make a good decision by sponsoring the Premier League, I told him it was a good decision. So he asked me, I was a brand manager of Rare Neville, why to overproof from, and he asked me to monitor the relationship with JFF, and we entered into a 5 years sponsorship of the Premier League for 100 million, unprecedented at this time. But the brand and the company want to show its commitment to the Jamaican people and give back. And no better way to give back with the biggest sport in the country. And the biggest sport in the country was football at the time. So that is how Ray and Evie got involved in football. And that is how I and the rest of the staff use Ray and Evie as a vehicle to get to the younger people in society. And we started to get younger drinkers to the brand, where even young ladies started to drink Ray and Evie mixed with other cocktails. So, you know.
But coach, how you get so much time to, whenever boys don't play and you leave? How you get so much time? I always, when leaving high school, Price, driving in, you still have that red vehicle?
No, that's long gone. Yeah. Look, there are 24 hours in a day. It's how you manage those 24 hours. And time management is something that I learned going to school in college, because I had to play football, I had to study, and I had to work. So I learned that from a very early age that you must have time management, where you allocate a set amount of time for each activity. And the same thing in my work life. You know, I know I had 24 hours. I know that I needed to be done at Boys Town for 3 hours. So I managed my time so that I could be at Boys Town in the evenings. And there are some evenings when I couldn't go because I had work commitments. But, you know, I tried to manage it as best as possible.
Okay, coach. Talk to me about your nickname, Bama. Father always say, yo, the man that big defender in time time, you know. Talk about your nickname, Bama. Where you get that name? Boys Town?
Yes, I got it at Boys from a spectacle. He said, well, when I tackle, I was like the B-52 bomber that was in World War II. And I got that name from Langen. I don't know if you remember speaking that by the name of Lange. He gave me the name. Yes, exactly. He gave me the name B-52 Baba. And the sportscast loved the name. And whenever Boys Town were playing, that's what they used to call me. And the name sticks. So everybody call me Baba. Yeah.
Yeah. Father always just say, Bridging. I train no Andrew Price, Bridging. The man that attacker hard. You know, and when him do it extra. Bama. Yeah. But yeah, coach, we're going to wrap up soon. Don't want to keep it too long, probably have different things to do. But talk to me about the Reggae Girls, how that come about. I know Coach Price has done a lot of stuff for Jamaica and can it go into a lot of them. PLCL, your words the man who running that, you and Eddie Siago. You know what I mean? You done so much thing for the football, not only for Boys Town community, but football across the country in Jamaica. So talk to me a little bit about your Reggae Boys, the Reggae Girls, I should say.
Well, I got into coaching the Reggae Boys beat soccer team. And through coaching the beat soccer team, the women's team was entered for the first time for the Youth Commonwealth Games in Nassau, Baha, where we won a silver medal. And the girls were playing beach soccer for the first time in their life. And we only had 6 weeks preparation. And we did well. And we won a silver medal. And from there, the president of the federation asked me to be the assistant coach of the senior national. And then I got involved and started coaching the team. And the rest is history. Historically, we qualified as the first Caribbean team to qualify for a Women's World Cup and compete. So it was a first. I enjoyed it. And it always remained with me in my life.
Great achievement, man. Great achievement. Boys Town always making history, man. Carl Brown, I don't think we have a next club team in Jamaica where we have so much coach.
There's also Omar Edwards.
Omar Edwards.
He was the assistant on under 17
in Mexico
team that went into World Cup. Yeah. So
we done great.
So we have about three coaches that actually did it from Boys Town.
Great achievement. You hear that, viewers? Don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Share the video, follow the road journey with Ryan LFC, and don't forget to check out the sponsor, Manscaped. Use the coupon code Ryan LFC to get 20% off your order. They ship worldwide, company from America. So big up to my sponsor, Manscaped. Big up to Cards Plug, my next sponsor. I really appreciate you guys trusting the brand of Jamaica. You know what I mean? To see a Jamaican YouTuber getting a little bit highlight and endorsement. So, coach, that's my WhatsApp number. Viewers, that's my WhatsApp number. If you guys want to get in touch, you guys can leave a message or you guys can call me at any time. You know what I mean? But, coach, I cannot come here and have this interview and not talk about the Reggae Boyz senior team. What are your thoughts? I want you to give me an honest opinion. What are your thoughts on the Reggae?
I think we started off rocky, only collecting a point after 3 games. But then we can look back at 1998. We had no points after 3 games. So I am optimistic with the right commitment by the players that we can still qualify. But definitely for the upcoming 3 games, we need to get a minimum of 5 points from these 3 matches to keep us in check with the leaders. But I'm optimistic.
I must say it's going to be tough, coach.
It is. It is going to be tough. But I believe that the resilience of these Jamaican players, especially homegrown, I believe we'll be able to get through.
Most definitely. And Shaman Nicholson, what are your thoughts on Shaman Nicholson so far in his journey? Coming from Chenchtown, you coach him, you play a big, major part in Shaman Nicholson's career at Boys Town. Not only football, but education, meals and all of these things, lunch money to go back to school. Or impressed so far with the young man from Chenchtown waving that flag?
You know, sometimes in the Bible, you must take quotes. I remember there's a passage when they said, "This is my son, who I am well pleased. I am well pleased with Shamar. He's steady. He has his head on his bar, very humble, works hard, and continues to improve. Takes good criticism. And I think that sky is the limit for Shamar. He has scored the 2 goals for Jamaica so far in this qualification. And I think he has more to give. So all he has to do is stay grounded and continue to work. And he'll get what is just reward.
Coach, I cover every single game for the Reggae Boyz so far, both in the Gold Cup and the World Cup qualify. One thing most of the viewers them say is a lucky striker. But I always tell them this. A player like a Shaman Nichols, him instinct for the goal. You cannot coach a player like that. He always at the right place at the right time. When you are a striker, you always at the right place at the right time. That simply mean no coach can coach you that. That's an instinct that bed in you from a young, born with that skill. What advice would you give the Reggae Boyz fans? Keep and say Shaman Nichols is lucky.
Look, don't put the ball over the line. It has to be commitment and continue hard work. Shawar worked hard to get himself in those positions. Other people are not doing it. He does it. And he does it on a regular basis. You look at the goals that he has scored for Jamaica in his career. All great, important goal. He knows what it is to get that ball in the back of the net. Call it luck, call it whatever you want to call. It gets goals. And that's what a striker's job is to do.
So, coach, how you rank him in, like stuff that Mikel Antonio, Kemar Roof, they has done them thing in England. You know what I mean? It's sad to see sometime I hear the viewers them, put Shamar on the bench, put Shamar on the bench. But at the end of the day, this guy have fight, this guy have guts, this guy want to play for the national team. He get an injury, broke him jawbone. You see, one thing I tell people all the time, not because I know Shamar and he's from my community, I'm not picking up for him. When him do bad, I bash him. When him do good, I give him credit. But one thing I always tell the viewers, that mass when I've around him, that is nothing new to Shamar. I play football with Shamar, who play skimmage and stuff. He always want to feel like him strong. He can go in any bucket with the bigger boys. And that's what I love about Shamar. He have that fighting warrior spirit in him.
It's his competitive nature. And that's how Shamar is combative. When he got the injury, I said, boy, look like you're out for a while. Say, you're mad, coach. Now I get a mask. I'm going to start you. And I'm sure, Shamar started training this week. And will possibly play this weekend for Sporting Charlotte. And then he has been included in the Jamaica 23 for the US game. So don't be surprised if you see Shamar in the US game.
And he loved to score on the United States.
Oh, yes. That's his team.
Yes, coach. But I wanted to ask you one more question. Would you love to coach a senior team? Or do you have the what do I call it?
I'll help you.
Are you have the
I'll help you
to coach a national team?
I'll help you. Under the current dispensation, it's going to be very difficult to get me involved in that. Things have to be right. And you don't just take jobs for the sake of taking jobs. You take jobs because you want to give an effect. Right now, Jamaica has a good coach in Tapa. I don't know what the future has in store. But at this point, I have no intention or desire
Would you want to be the president one day, coach? I see you as someone who could run Jamaican football and see. This is just my opinion. You know what I mean, coach? Trust me. Would you, in the future, I know you respect the president now and stuff, would you want to be a president of running Jamaican football? You believe in the youngster, you believe in the youth. I think you can make that impact.
I have been approached by a lot of people, but I'm not ready. But ultimately, I don't know what the future have in store. But I've thought about leading the Jamaica Football Federation because it needs help and we need direction. But at this point in time, I'm not ready to take on, but you never know what can take place in the near future.
Totally agree with you, coach. Totally agree with you. But Coach Price, I want to tell you, bro, thank you very much for all the hard work you has done to your career. You deserve every single thing you getting right now at this moment. And the girls coming up, I think they're playing a game this month or next month. They're playing.
Yeah, next month in October.
Yeah.
They play against Costa Rica in the Freedom Cup.
You're looking forward to you guys World Cup qualify for the females?
Definitely, it starts in November, and we don't want 2019 to be a flash in the pan. We want to do it again.
You think we have the team to do it again, coach? Juicy Bunny.
Definitely.
Juicy Bunny.
Definitely. I think we have better players than we had when we qualified in 2019. I think we have better players, more professional players, all playing professional throughout the world. So I think we are better equipped to qualify again.
Yeah, hopefully everything goes as well and stuff. But Coach Price, I want to thank you very much for coming. Appreciate the love and the support he has been giving me. You know what I mean? I will do a few local work on this interview and stuff and get it out probably later than tonight, this evening and stuff. But how is the family? Everybody doing well, all right?
Everybody good, man. You know, just trying to keep ourselves safe in the COVID. And I want to shout out to you, respect Ryan, to have this kind of a platform to see where you're coming from and what you're doing now. This is inspiration, not only to your community, but must be to your family. You're doing a very good job and continue doing the hard work.
Thank you, man. Thank you, coach. Thank you. But viewers, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Coach, don't leave. Stay put. Until next time, from a boy Ryan LFC, I like to say peace out. Thanks for watching.
Oh, and left them here. This is Boom Boom, aka World Boom, the Billboard selector. And may I represent for Ryan LFC. To get the latest Reggae Boyz content, just hit that like and subscribe button. And the Operation Ball Game.